What's up, fans? Man, it's been a while since I've live streamed, guys. So I'm gonna wait for you guys to get in here and then start talking about some stuff. Let me pull Twitter up just in case some things happen while we are talking. What's up, Andre? Just pulling up my Twitter. Well, welcome. We're going to be talking about everything, so. All right. So just checking through Twitter, seeing if anything else has happened. So far, I got 8 people watching. What's up, Angel? What's up, Cameron? What's up, Hunter? Thanks, appreciate it. Gregory, what's up? Let me tweet out. What's up, Brian? Dylan? What's up, guys? Play Fortnite with me. Tony, what's up? Everything is decided tomorrow. Yes. George, what's up? What's your thoughts on the Seahawks? What's up, Brandon? Roy? Go Hart. My Dolphins ain't gonna get nobody. What's up? Take me out. Thanks for the vids. I love you. Love you too, George. Brian, what's up? Gary, what's up? Mike, Antoine, Cameron. Just looking at the names, not even you answer my question. Brandon, what is your thoughts on the Seahawks? I don't know. I don't know what they've done. Brandon. What's up, Chief Bubba? Yo, boy, Greg. Nick Perry to the Dolphins. Let me tell everyone. Is YouTube your full-time job? No. But what's up, Carlos? It's important to me. It's very important to me. I got to get used to it. I have my computer over here and I have the webcam over here. I got to get used to looking at you guys. You think the Dolphins have a shot at the playoffs this year? No. No. Let me see. Just, guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm checking my Twitter to see if any new news about the Dolphins or any big things have happened. If and when, yeah, no, nothing. Yeah, don't be, yeah, nothing so far. No new signings or anything. Well, we could talk about a bunch of stuff. All right, let me backtrack, see what you meant. What do you think about Justin Houston getting cut? I think Justin Houston and Cam Wake are going to go to the same team. Maybe the Patriots. I don't want them to, but it seems like they're going to go to the same team. You think Jets going to get Bell? So let's talk about Le'Veon Bell real quick. So Le'Veon Bell, what I'm hearing is it's literally the Jets are fighting themselves. And the Jets are the only team right now that's going to offer him like stupid money, like 17, 18, maybe 19 million a year to be with the Jets. Look, the Jets have the money, right? The Jets have all the stuff. But it's just they're throwing too much money. Like someone, one of you guys commented on one of my videos or on Twitter. I think it was one of my videos when you guys commented that you can't win with just free agents. So what's up, Real Sports Video? What's up, David? So what the Jets are doing, I don't hate. Like they got CJ Mosley and they got Osemele from the Raiders and they picked up a corner and they thought they had Anthony Barr, but they didn't get Anthony Barr. Anthony Barr was like, nah, I'm going back to the Vikings. So Jets are killing it right now. The few teams that are killing it and signing ridiculous players are Jets, Browns, Lions. Packers have started doing some stuff too. Great one, DeVoe. What's up, my dude? Adam Gase coming for blood, right? He doesn't want to lose to the Dolphins. You know for a fact he doesn't want to lose to the Dolphins. I got a question for you guys in the chat. What's up, Harrington? What You know how Adam Gase had that like ridiculous home field advantage with the Dolphins? That like when he played home, it didn't really matter who he played. He always like somehow won. Kansas City big sign, yeah. With Tyrann Mathieu. God, my brain just didn't want to work. Do you think he's going to still have that home field advantage when he comes down to Miami, or do you think he's going to only have that home field advantage in New York? What's up? The Finns will win. Because I'm just wondering if his home field advantage situation was because he didn't have to prepare to travel. I'm wondering. All right, let me get back to some of your guys' questions. Nice computer screen. I can't see my computer screen. Cam's too old anyway. The Chiefs are doing what you said earlier. They're just wasting the team's money. They're signing players I like, or the one player I liked, but too much. I'm noticing I noticed that the Dolphins, not the Dolphins, the NFL in general, free agency is overpaying, and which then in turn is just keeps raising the price of these players. Like how much? I wrote all of this down. Like CJ Mosley got 5 years, 85 million, 51 million guaranteed. That's 17 million a year. Do you guys honestly think? Do you guys? Oh, this thing. This thing at the back. Yeah. Let me move this. My girlfriend signed. She put that up. The CJ Mosley Jets, 5 years, 85 million, 51 million guaranteed, 17 million a year. Do you guys honestly think that CJ Mosley is worth 17 million a year? Let me see what you guys think about that. I'll read some more of your guys' questions. Yeah, it's like no. There's no way CJ Mosley is worth 17 million a year. As long as the Dolphins don't sign Bortles, I know we ain't tanking. Their Dolphins aren't signing Bortles. He's worth more. Cameron, I hope you're right. Should the Dolphins tank for Trevor Lawrence? That's 2 years. You want to tank for 2 years? Who is the highest paid linebacker after him? I have to look that up. That's a good question. What's up, Gabriel? So you got CJ Mosley, 5 years, 85 million, like I said. Jawan James. Let me talk about Jawan James real quick. So Jawan James goes to the Broncos for 4 year, 52 million, 32 million guaranteed. That's a lot of money for a right tackle that played okay. He didn't play lights out. He did shut down Khalil Mack, but that's when Khalil Mack was injured. He played okay. He didn't play to garner that much goddamn money. And like I was telling you guys in my other free agency videos, that the Dolphins wanted to bring back Jawan James, and they were like, go ahead, go test the waters, see what you got, and then we'll decide if we want to sign you. And I bet you once Denver was like, yo, we'll give you 4 years, 52 million, 31 million guaranteed, the Dolphins were like, no. Bye. So they let his ass walk. Should the Dolphins sign Ryan Fitzpatrick? See, all right, let's talk quarterbacks, because I know a lot of you guys want to know about quarterbacks. I think you guys want to ask me a lot of questions about quarterbacks. Before I say that, give this video a thumbs up. If you guys give this video a thumbs up, and we get a lot of thumbs ups on the videos, it gets spread out there more, and we get more dudes to chat in here. Okay, Cameron, I just wanted to make sure. So with quarterback situation, I honestly think that this is what the Dolphins are going to do. Now, there's a lot of speculation and there's a lot of talk that the Dolphins are going to go after Tyrod Taylor. Now, I know a lot of you guys don't want Tyrod Taylor on the Dolphins. A lot of you guys think that Tyrod Taylor sucks. Tyrod Taylor's worse than Tannehill. The one thing I will say that Tyrod Taylor does have over Tannehill, I do think that Tyrod Taylor has a better pocket presence than Ryan Tannehill. He knows when to run. Like, if it's time to run, he's going to run. Whereas Tannehill, he tends to sit in the pocket a little longer and stare down his receivers and wait too long. Again, I'm not saying, I got to reiterate this every time I talk about Tannehill, because we got Tannehill fans that get very upset. I'm not saying Tannehill's a bad quarterback. but I'm not saying Tannehill's a great quarterback. So what I think the Dolphins are going to do at quarterback, we have Jake Ruddick, we have Luke Falk. I think the Dolphins will sign a vet. So they'll sign, it might be Tyrod Taylor, it might be Ryan Fitzpatrick, but I don't see it being Ryan Fitzpatrick just because I don't know. I can't see it being Ryan Fitzpatrick. And then I see them drafting a quarterback, not with the first or second round pick, but maybe a third or a fourth. I would love it. Second day of the draft, which I probably will live stream. Second day of the draft, they get Tyree Jackson. Tyree Jackson could sit behind a Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor is a mobile quarterback who, can teach Tyree Jackson how to play NFL. Because Tyree Jackson never played a full season. So I think what the Dolphins are doing right now, and in general, is they are not going to overspend. Now, I think one of you guys asked, the Finns will win. I knew you were going to say that. Tyrod Taylor is worse than Tannehill. I got to pull up stats and stuff. But you got to – this is what bothers me about having a discussion about football players is a lot of people like to go right to stats, especially when it came to quarterbacks. Everyone wants to look at Tannehill's stats and say, well, he was better than this one because look at his stats. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the Oakland Raiders game this year. Ryan Tannehill had a ridiculous amount of yards. I'm going to pull it up here so I don't have to, friggin' screen that shiznit. But stats can be inflated. Stats can be cushioned. Adam Gase cushioned the shit out of Ryan Tannehill's stats. Again, I'm not hating on Ryan Tannehill. I'm not saying Ryan Tannehill is a bad quarterback. I'm just saying can't go by stats. So let's look at 2018. Because the Oakland Raiders game is a prime example of what I'm talking about. So let me just look at 2018's games. So 2018, against the Oakland Raiders, Ryan Tannehill threw for 289 yards and 3 touchdowns. 289 yards, 3 touchdowns. Well, Hunter, you already got it for me. Look at the passes. He had the really nice bomb to Kenny Stills. That was the 1 touchdown. He had a drop-off pass to Jakeem Grant, a screen that he took the rest of the way. So he threw that ball for about 2 yards, and then Jakeem Grant took it the rest of the way. And then you had the little drop-off, the swing to Jakeem Grant, who took it the rest of the way. So Ryan Tannehill literally threw the ball maybe a yard, 3 yards, and got, with those 2 plays, over 100 yards. So, and then two touchdowns. So if you look at it, Ryan Tannehill probably threw for about 150 yards and 1 touchdown. So you can't look at stats. I'm not saying that Ryan Tannehill's a shit quarterback. I'm not saying Ryan Tannehill's a bad quarterback. I'm saying you can't look at stats. Even look at the stats of Brock Osweiler against the Bears. He did a lot of dink and dunk, and that the players took it the rest of the way. So thank you for noticing these skewed stats. You're welcome, Cameron. Let me get to some of you guys' questions. Jakeem Graham had 1,031 all-purpose yards. Yes. The Finns will win with the Fire Flores. Hashtag Fire Flores. Got to give the dude a chance. If after year 3 I see no improvement and we keep doing ass backwards things, then maybe I'm like, what the hell's going on? Never throws over 300 yards a game. Tannehill has thrown over 300 yards a game. Jet Trench, bring the damn goat to Miami. Johnny Manziel. First off, thank you for the donation. If you guys do donate, like Jet Trench just did, I will answer your question. Just don't have it be a bad question, because I won't answer it. I'll ignore it, and my dude, your boy Greg, will delete it. But bring the damn goat to Miami. Hail Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel got cut from the Canadian League, so I don't know what he's going to be doing. Geno Smith, Travis asks, it could work. I don't know. Evening, what's up, Roadrunner? I I know one of you guys asked how long I'm going to be on for it because you get out of work later. So we're gonna hang out. I got nowhere to be tonight, boys, but to hang out with my dudes. Talk about free agency. Just checking free agency some more. Chiefs intend to sign former Cowboys linebacker Damian Wilson per source. So that's happening. I know that the Packers have signed. Bengals have just re-signed Preston Brown per source. Now, again, a lot of what's going on these next couple days is agreed upon. Nice little handshake. How you do? Look at Anthony Barr. He was like, yeah, I'll go to the Jets. Cool. And then all of a sudden, he's like, nah, I'm not going to the Jets. I think what happened was once C.J. Mosley got signed, he probably was like, no, I'm good. I'll go somewhere else. Roy Smith asked, how's my dad doing? He's doing really well. I moved. So where I used to live was like really close to him. I'm still living in the same town. So where I used to live was really close to him, but now I moved all the way downtown. So and he truck drives, so it all depends on how he's feeling. He might come on tomorrow. I told him to come on the live stream tomorrow. Who do you think is signing with Miami next? Mike asks. I want them to go for a defensive tackle. If you remember in my video, I talked about the Chargers and the Texans defensive tackle, Malcolm Brown, also from the Jets. From the Patriots is also another option at defensive tackle. I thought, you know what, honestly, yeah, exactly, Malcolm Brown. Danny Shelton, good name, Saints. Very, very good name. Yeah, Danny Shelton. Because wasn't he with the Patriots? St. Michael? Wasn't Danny Shelton with the Patriots? Because I knew they had a stint there. And NFL Network says the Teddy Bridgewater Saint isn't a done deal. None of this is a done deal. The only things that are done deals are players re-signing their own. So like you saw, Devante Parker re-signed his own. D-Bat and free agency with it. I do like, what's up, Spaghetti Gaming? Cameron, I do like the Eagles corner, Darby. I would like them to sign him. Hopefully not too much. But like I was going to say, it's speculation until Wednesday. The only people that have gotten signed are players back to their own team, like Devante Parker. Now, do you guys want to talk about Devante Parker? Bridgewater's going back to the Saints, their own. Well, we'll see. Well, exactly. But did he sign anything? Because it was just a lot of him saying he wants to go back. Jason Verrick, great one, DeVoe, is a very good name. Do you think Drake wasn't used enough with Gase? Yes, I do think Drake wasn't used enough with Gase. But with Adam Gase, Derek Shelby is another good name. With Adam Gase, he didn't run the ball. He threw the ball constantly, and he thought bubble screens were a type of run. Like, it's just you still smell like fish, Caden. What's up? And it wasn't. You have to run the ball. When the Dolphins ran the ball, even with Adam Gase, when we ran the ball for over 100 yards and we limited how many times Ryan Tannehill threw the ball, we won a lot. And he never understood that. I think you show that. Gase was an idiot. I do agree. Let's sign Dan Marino for 10 years, $100 million. If we can go back in time and grab the Dan Marino from 1984, then yes, please. Right, Michael? Like, he was bubble screen, and then it got blown up. Then a bubble screen to the other side. Like, all of a sudden the defense was going to be like, oh, they flipped it over. I don't know where they're doing a bubble. Like, it's just that Adam Gase misused this team. He misused the defense. He didn't do anything to the defense. Matt Burke did everything to the defense. So he only concentrated on the offense. I don't think I don't remember the last time I live streamed. I think it was just to hang out. But I don't think we had a conversation. Someone got timed out. I don't think we had a conversation. I don't think you guys got my live word about Flores, about that signing, about the scheme and stuff. I've made videos, but I don't think we've had a chat. Man, we got a lot to talk about. I hate his play calling. He needed to learn play action badly. He needed to learn play action badly, but he needed to stick to the run to open up the play action. Like it's so stupid. Sorry, just answering something real quick. Before the Super Bowl was your last stream. Thank you, Great One DeVoe. We still have to do something together. Like we got to plan it. Maybe we'll do a draft together on my channel and your channel. Exactly how much cap room do we have? Well, there's still a lot of people that need to be cut. But I think right now we're probably around 20, 18, 20. But again, we have let's talk Devante Parker. Let's talk Devante Parker. He's in the picture of the thumbnail. Let's talk Devante Parker. So in my video, straight from the cell phone, Ezra Hicks, thank you very, very much for the donation. So let's read your comment. Something a lot of people don't talk about. Are you confident in our running back situation? I'm not. Drake is good, but not great. We need a strong running back to open up passing game no matter who is quarterback. Ezra, first off, thank you very much for the donation. It means the world to me. Second, the running back situation, you're not a big fan of Drake, you said. He's good, but he's not great. Drake reminds me of Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders will lose about 5-6 and then break off a 30. 5-6, then break off a 30. You know what I'm saying? Kenyon Drake has that dynamic that he will just blow it up. We need a play done, he'll do it, and he'll break it off. Just look at the miracle in Miami. You know, they got him the ball, and he did his thing, even though, you know, someone shouldn't have been in the backfield, Gronkowski. But when it comes to our running back situation, I think the combination of Ballage and Drake, and then they need to re-sign Bolden. I would like them to re-sign Bolden, to have those three back there. Because Bolden was a brute. Bolden would run you over in the goal line, but then Ballage and Drake were very good. You had Ballage, you dump him the ball in open space, and he is going to make 9 guys miss and take it up the middle. Drake is more of like you pitch the ball to him or something. He had a hard time, you know, he danced a lot. But once he found that hole and he fucking put his foot in the ground, he took off with speed. And then you got Bolden, like I said, he was a brute. I could see the Dolphins keeping Bolden because of the whole Patriot combination. But that's how I feel about our running back situation. I wouldn't hate it if in the 5th round they drafted one. But I think in this draft, they should really focus on the lines and just let the line dominate and let everyone else play. You know what I'm saying? That is the biggest thing that this team needs to do is fortify these lines. Now, I understand that Juwan James is gone. I'm not mad about Juwan James being gone. Do I wanted Juwan James to be gone? I was indifferent. If they signed him to a contract that wasn't when he signed, I would have been indifferent. Sitton's coming back. They haven't cut him yet. I'm telling you, tomorrow it's going to blow up at 4 o'clock because everyone's going to start getting cut, re-signed. All this stuff is going to happen. I'm going to live stream again tomorrow at 6:30, so be there or be square. Sorry, that was stupid. But Juwan James is gone. We still have Sitton. We have Kilgore. We have Tunsil. Jesse Davis. I think Jesse Davis is still there. Yeah, because they cut Ted Larson. You can take Jesse Davis, put him at right tackle. You know, he wasn't a bad right tackle. What's up, Airborne? So we need to fortify the offensive line, get some better guards in there. We tendered Isaac Asiata. Maybe this offensive line and this new coach knows how to work with Isaac Asiata, who's a brute in the run game, needs help in the pass game. We need a good right tackle if Jesse Davis can't, you know, hack it at right tackle. We need a good right tackle. Bring in a center. Jesse Davis is terrible. Sorry. Yeah, well, I'm talking about what we got now. So we need to bring in the help. Defensive line, we need edge rushers. Cameron Wake is gone. Branch is gone. Quinn is going to be gone. They brought back Woodard. We have Vincent Taylor. We have Gachow. I want them very badly to pick up another DT in free agency. Like I said, a lot of you guys named some great ones. But please sign. I'm assuming the Dolphins are literally waiting for tomorrow, and all of a sudden we're going to start getting a lot of Dolphin news. Again, I'll be live at 6:30, so like 2 hours after the free agency starts, I will be live. I'm just trying to see if there's any more news while I'm talking. Nope, no more news. But yeah, the Dolphins need to fortify the offense and defensive line. You fortify the offense and defensive line, then all of a sudden, whatever quarterback you have back there will look amazing because he has the time to throw. Not only will he have the time to throw, he wouldn't feel pressured to do so much because he can hand the ball off and we can just run. Who's going to stop our run game when our offensive line is just running over people? Then you flip it to the defense, and these quarterbacks sat in the pocket, and our corners were covered, but then all of a sudden these quarterbacks had like 9 seconds to throw it, and the routes broke open. So if we can get a pass rush and we can stop the run on defense, these corners will eat. If you think Xavier Howard had 7 interceptions with this shit defensive line, imagine what he has with a good defensive line. So we have to fortify the offense and defensive line. That is my main priority. I know a lot of you guys want to go for the quarterback in the first round. If Haskins falls to us or Drew Lock or whoever, no. I'm tired of doing the flashy big things. I want to build a championship. You got to have a good offense and defensive line along with a good head coach. A lot of it comes down to head coach. So I'm done with my rant. Let me go back to reading some of your guys' questions. Doug, we all know you're not checking Twitter. The wife is messaging you, JK. No, the girlfriend is texting me. I'm not gonna lie to you. Howard is better in the press. Howard is better in man. Brandon, I don't know. You guys talking too fast for me. What time does free agency start? UK time. Are you guys before UK time, Joshua? Are you guys before or behind us? Because for us it's 4 p.m. Well, for me on the East Coast it's 4 p.m. and then it'll be 3 p.m., 2 p.m. I think 1 p.m. for the West Coast, if I'm wrong. Steven, Doug for quarterback, 1 year, $6 million. I'd take it. I'd pay off my student loans. I'll ride that bench. Do you think the Finns will give Breland a second look? I don't know. It's a whole new coaching staff, and it's all different. So I don't know. I expect 8 hours ahead, 5 ahead of DDW. So what? 9 o'clock for them? You guys got to help me with this. I'm dumb as rocks when it comes to anything but football. When you guys asked me a question that I wanted to say, it's 11 p.m. now there. So yeah, you guys are 5 ahead. So 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock p.m. for you guys. What's up, Adam? I completely lost my train of thought. This is what I'm talking about. I'm dumb as rocks. What do you think of Breland? Okay, so coaching staff. Okay, thank you. Now I'm back on it. This coaching staff is completely different. We're going to sign a ton of players. Like I know one of you guys commented, why do we have so many tight ends with O'Leary, Gesicki, Smythe, and then we brought in Dwayne Allen. We're going to bring in more tight ends. We're going to bring in a ton of corners, wide receivers, off it. Like we need camp bodies, and then you never know. Some of these camp bodies will, look at Victor Cruz. He was a camp body for the Giants, and then he ended up being a good receiver. Who the hell kicked me out? It wasn't me. Finns will win. But you can't spam the chat, my dude. Thank you, Hunter. I will. Maybe you'll be on later. Daniel's going to the Jets 100%. I wouldn't doubt it. I'm hearing Jets. I'm hearing Panthers. Maybe Jaguars. He's going to be a backup somewhere. And I know as much as it hurts, he's not a starting caliber quarterback. And a lot of guys want to talk about, well, he had a bad offensive line. He had bad coaches. If you watch the tape, he just has a hard time reading defenses, and working with pocket presence. He always stared down his receivers. He always had that favorite receiver. Look at when he had Jarvis Landry, dude had over 100 targets, 100 catches. Look at when he had Brian Hartline, when he had Charles Clay. He always had his favorite, and it was through to him. And if it wasn't open, he was like, shit, what do I do now? And then all of a sudden, all frazzled, gets sacked. It just is what it is. Dolphins, because I read Dolphins might go 9-7 this season. I don't know. We'll see. I have to see more before I make my prediction on that. But Tannehill's just a backup. He's a capable backup. If Sam Darnold gets Donald, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. If Sam Darnold gets injured or Cam Newton gets injured, say he goes to the Panthers, he backs up Cam Newton. Cam Newton gets injured, and they need to win, one of the next 5 games. He'll do it. He'll win 2 of the next 5. He's capable of winning games, but he can't put a team on his back and win it. He's the type of quarterback that he needs the offensive line, the wide receivers, the running game, and everything in the defense to be terrific for him to win. He's not an Aaron Rodgers. He's not a Ben Roethlisberger. He's not a Cam Newton. He's not a Drew Brees. He's not a quarterback that can take a team, throw it on his shoulders, and go out and win. Oh, we need a touchdown right now? No problem. Give me a minute and a half, one timeout. I'll get a down the field, score a touchdown. It's just not who he is. Cam Newton not playing 2019? Is that true? I trust you, Ray One DeVoe. Why isn't he playing? Ryan Tannehill is average starting quarterback, end of story. Yeah, wholeheartedly agree, Finswin. Wholeheartedly agree. What are you going to do? Maybe tomorrow? I don't know. It depends on when he's available. My dad's a truck driver, so his schedule's all wish-washy. Trade Quinn and Wake for someone young. I wouldn't hate that. Always back. Is he really not playing 2019? Because why don't the Dolphins trade Ryan Tannehill to the Panthers and let the Panthers renegotiate his contract? Give us a 6th. If the Dolphins traded Ryan Tannehill, for a 6th, I'd be ecstatic. Are you going to do a DDW to make a draft DW? Yeah, I'm going to do a mock draft. But I start really focusing on the draft after free agency. You guys got lucky that I gave you my quarterback breakdown. So after the draft, after free agency is when I start focusing on the draft, because I'll probably start Monday, the 18th, because isn't the draft like the 20-something of April? No one's going to trade anything for Tannehill. You never know. That's all I'm going to say. You never know. I'll do a mock draft later this week when it slows down. Yeah. Turner signing with the Dolphins. You guys like to say stuff. When I check my sources, were very credible. Ian Rappaport, the most credible source on this planet. What do you guys remember the other time NFL Network and Ian Rappaport broke some breaking news about a player and it ended up not happening? You guys remember that? Tyrod Taylor has not been signed. Thank you, Finzelwin. I think he was just messing with us, to be honest with you. I am checking. And I got this. I got Adam Gase rolling his eyes. Is Luke Falk any good? Jason Lockenfora. His terrible contract is only surpassed by his terrible play on the field. They should not have. What they did, and this was the mistake, is they tried to clear up cap space to sign more overpriced free agents. So what they did was they restructured his contract again. If they didn't restructure his contract again, we could have cut him this year and not have any cap casualty. He would have been cut by now. No cap casualty at all. But the fact that they wanted to get more money and they wanted to sign more stupid big free agents, They renegotiate his contract, and now we're dealing with this BS. So essentially, with Ryan Tannehill, this is what I found out. With Ryan Tannehill, if we do a post June 1st cut, right? We get, I think we take a $5 million cap hit, right? Dead money. And then we get like a $16 million cap savings, right? That's a post June 1st cut. But next year, I think it's like a $15 million dead money cap hit. But if we do, we just cut them before June 1st, we take the cap hit now, but no dead money next year. So it all depends what the Dolphins are going to do. Doug, if Kaepernick ever came back to the league, would we take him? The Dolphins. Carlos. I think of all the teams, Stephen Ross would probably be the one that would sign Kaepernick. Stephen Ross likes to shake it up a little bit, but I don't know. His whole Fidel Castro thing probably spurned him from coming to Miami. How do you feel about Teddy Bridgewater re-signing with the Saints? I think this is what. Now, a lot of you guys talked about Teddy Bridgewater. I think St. Michael, you talked about this. Teddy Bridgewater going to the Saints just showed how dysfunctional this franchise is because he doesn't want to go to the Dolphins. And I don't think necessarily it has to do with the franchise and how dysfunctional it is. I think Teddy Bridgewater is going back to the Saints because if Teddy Bridgewater came to the Dolphins, he would play this year. Would he start? I don't know. Probably. He'd play this year. We would draft a quarterback first round, maybe next year. We draft a quarterback third, fourth, maybe this year. And then all of a sudden, Teddy Bridgewater would not be the starter anymore if these rookies eventually became. We're going to draft our quarterback to be our star. So Teddy Bridgewater is going to come in as a stopgap. He doesn't want to come in as a stopgap. So what Teddy Bridgewater is doing is he's staying with the Saints because Drew Brees got maybe 1 year left in him. And then all of a sudden, Teddy Bridgewater is the starter for the Saints. So that's where my mindset is at with Teddy Bridgewater staying with the Saints. It has nothing to do with him not liking the Dolphins and him thinking the Dolphins are a crap franchise. It has to do with him wanting to start and be the starter of a team. Because if he comes to Miami, it's not 100%. He's going to be the starter. And after that, we're getting our guy. I just agree. He had the perfect opportunity to prove that he's healthy with the pressure of having to win this year. But he wants to be a starter. He won't be a starter with us after 2 years. He'd probably sign like a 1-year deal and then he'd be gone because we would draft somebody. Whereas with the Saints, once Drew Brees is gone, he's the Saints starter because he'll already know the scheme, he'll already be with the team forever, and all that jazz. Can't wait to the Jets and Tyrod to the Dolphins. Cam Wake goes to the Jets, I will laugh my ass off. I don't think Adam Gase liked Cam Wake. They misused Cam Wake. Adam Gase and that coaching staff from last year misused so many players. Matt Burke misused so many players. He didn't put Rashad Jones in the pocket on the line of scrimmage. He didn't take McDonald, put him at linebacker, and we needed Fitz to be at corner, but didn't put Fitz back in safety. He put Xavier Howard too much in off coverage zone. Cameron Wake was barely on the field sometimes. Like it just the last coaching staff just completely screwed this team up. Misused so many people, and they drafted dumb. Why take 2 tight ends, Mike Gesicki and Smythe? You took 2 tight ends that you could have had one with Goddard, who literally went like 3 or 4 picks after we took Gesicki. It made no sense. I like to see Cam Wake go to the Chiefs, take a run at the championship. Yeah, I'd like to see Cam Wake go to the Chiefs. I agree with that. Robert Griffin III, I wouldn't hate that. I would like that more. Maybe more than I would like Tyrod Taylor, just because he's younger. I would, in a nanosecond, a 4th for Josh Rosen. Here we go. If the Cardinals get Murray first overall, I want the Dolphins to give a 4th rounder for Josh Rosen. Trying Josh Rosen. I don't know, man. I don't see it happening. If the Dolphins did it, would I be mad? No, but I don't see it happening. Third's too high for Josh Rosen. Because the thing is, the Dolphins don't need to get Josh Rosen. No one needs Josh Rosen anymore. All these quarterback-needy teams have their quarterbacks. Denver Broncos got Joe Flacco. The Jaguars got Nick Foles. The Redskins got Case Keenum. All these teams that I thought the Dolphins were going to trade with for Tannehill got their quarterbacks. So it's just, I don't know. It would be a late pick. Why do people think we should trade for fourth for Rosen, no market? Yeah, like I was just saying. For a third, I would take Josh Rosen. I don't know. I feel like we can get better at a third. If we don't do anything at quarterback, what happens in the draft next year? Is the number one overall prospect are known already? It's as of right now, it's Tua. I don't know how to say his full name, so I call him Tua. Right now, it's him. But anything. This is why the tanking for Tua shit is annoying, because you don't know what's going to happen to Tua. You don't know if Tua is going to get injured, if he's going to have a crap year, if whatever's going to happen. Tanking is so dumb. Now, rebuilding is a horse of a different color. The Dolphins are rebuilding, they're not tanking. They're going from the core out, defense and offensive line. They're not overspending on these free agents. CJ Mosley got too much money. Juwan James, too much money. All of these guys are getting too much money that it just doesn't work. If you can get that quarterback, draft him, and have him be a stud, you're set, and you can start building around him. Like you draft a quarterback, he's and in the first round or wherever, and he pans out to be a stud, and he plays 4 years on his rookie contract. That's 4 years if you're building around him. You take all that money you don't have to put into the quarterback, and you start putting into wide receivers, running backs, defensive line, linebacker, and all of a sudden this guy has got a great team around him, and he can start winning. John Walsh, why are you feeling ignored? What's up? Should I scroll back? John Walsh. John Walsh. What are you saying, John? I'm not finding anything, John. John Walsh. Little Haven. Loco. What about Cubans in Miami? Devante Parker will need to drop or whatever. Don't feel ignored. I just have to scroll back. When I go off on rants, I don't look here, because then it tends to, when you guys say something that I find interesting, or when you guys say something that's good, it throws me off. Breaking news signing. Let's see. Former Seahawks quarterback is signed to Arizona. There's no breaking news signing. Brandon. No. But Pro Football Talk did say Jets getting antsy about Le'Veon Bell, who apparently still hasn't made a decision. Oh. I think that's going to be I think what it is Le'Veon Bell doesn't want to play for the Jets. So it's not that he's getting antsy or he doesn't want to play for you guys. So he's praying to God that another team comes with the amount of money that the Jets are trying to give Le'Veon Bell, because the Jets are going to pay Le'Veon Bell a ridiculous amount, like way too much than they should. Look at Dolphins Fever Instagram story. It's about Xavier. Yeah, but if it's not on here and it doesn't come from any of these guys that I follow on Twitter, it's all speculation. Would you want to play for the Jets? Hell no. No. Not for Adam Gase. Shifty eye. Bell's a douchebag who doesn't care about football. I don't know if necessarily it's not he didn't care about football. It's he put himself first. And a lot of times when players put themselves first, they get labeled as selfish. But there's a lot of times that organizations Organizations don't stick to that. Like, that's the one thing that bothers me. And I understand that, you signed the contract. But things change. Gase is a good coach, but biggest problem is he is showing he hasn't learned from his mistakes. Yeah, he hasn't. Bring back Brock as the water boy. Drew Lock is no good. He's the next Jay Cutler. What to say he's the next Jay Cutler? Since the draft is heavy at D-line and not so much O-line, should we draft the best O-line available, which in my mind is Jonah Williams? Some say could move to guard and be just as good. That's a good point. Draft is super deep with defensive linemen. Like I said to you guys in my video, I would double down. What's up, Dominic? I would double down on defensive linemen this year. Like, oh my God. Did we release Osweiler yet? Osweiler's a free agent. There's no need to release him. What you guys are saying. I was just doing some things real quick. Do we put Connor Hilliard at right guard? Could. Doug, who would you start week 1 quarterback Dolphins? I don't know. I don't know who the Dolphins have. You got to give me until free agency. Not free agent. I'm dumb. You got to give me till OTAs. I'll tell you that. Please don't let us draft quarterback that has accuracy issue. That's like drafting a wide receiver that can't catch. Very good point. DJ Fluker at offensive guard. Wouldn't hate that. Again, if this draft isn't too great at offensive line, they should be going after it in free agency. But don't overspend and don't go after old, injury-prone players like Sitton. Is Mika starting at safety? That's what I'm hearing, Adam. I'm hearing Mika is starting at safety. I'm hearing that they want to keep him back there, which means that we need to find a second corner. Should we cut TJ McDonald and move Mika to safety? Well, I think TJ McDonald is going to get traded. A lot of these safeties are getting signed for ridiculous money, and TJ McDonald's contract isn't bad at all, so I could see him getting traded. Maybe 4th, 5th, which I'd be ecstatic about. Sam has only gotten one big. Angel, thank you so much for the donation. Hey, Doug, how do you feel about Tyrod Taylor if we get him, and how you feel about our new offense and defensive coordinators, and what do you think we will do to improve our offense and defense and O-line? So how do you feel about Tyrod Taylor if we get him? I'm indifferent. He's a stopgap quarterback. He'll be there to help the young quarterbacks compete, and worst case, he'll play and he'll be a proven commodity so we can, not have to rely on a rookie. Second question, how do you feel about our new offensive defensive coordinators? Defensive coordinator, I don't know anything about. He was a linebackers coach from the Packers. He was their run game coordinator. He also was with the Patriots. That's why he's with the Dolphins. I don't know much about him. Chad O'Shea, on the other hand, he was supposed to be the predecessor for Josh McDaniels when he was supposed to go to the Colts. Also, I think he was going to go with Josh McDaniels to the Colts and be their offensive coordinator. I do like Chad O'Shea. I have a good feeling about Chad O'Shea. I think that the offenses that we're going to run is very good. I think it's going to go back to that, punchy in the mouth style offense. Defense, I think we're going to go multiple defense, 3-4-4-3, which would be really cool. And what do you think we'll do to improve our offense and defense and O-line? I think it has a lot to do with the scheme. I think it has a lot to do with the personnel. I think it has a lot to do with coaching. So first and foremost, coaching. I think the coaching has been bad for a while. Head coach, coordinators, all this stuff. And it just shows on the field. So that's first. And then it's just scheme. You have to have the right scheme in for the right players. A lot of times I've been noticing that the Dolphins are just signing the shiny new player. Oh my God, Ndamukong Suh's ready. Yeah, but is he going to fit in the scheme we're running? Oh my God, Mike Wallace, let's sign him. Yeah, but do we need that type of wide receiver? You know what I'm saying? New shiny thing. Let's be the talk of the town. Miami Dolphins spent $4 million gajillion on John Farts McNougal, linebacker. You know, like it don't matter. It don't matter at all. So they need to bring in players that fit the scheme, fit the personnel, fit the team, that everything will just mend together. Thank you very much for the donation. I greatly appreciate it. What up, Maine? Much love from the UK. What up, Dave? You are a new subscriber. I remember talking to you. Thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you very much for being on. John Walsh. Hey, Doug, why not keep sitting and try to pick up Lang for cheap? We have nobody. Carlos, yeah, I'm not saying cut sitting, but they might do it just because of the direction that the team's going in. It's a different direction because this contract's not that much. Also, was a defense. Tannehill couldn't throw the deep ball. Typical insane signing by Ross. Exactly, St. Michael. Tannehill has a hard time throwing the deep ball. He has deep ball inaccuracies. Why would you sign a deep ball receiver? It just didn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? What about Mark Ingram? I'm hearing Mark Ingram is going to the Ravens. That's what I heard. Doing dishes and listening to Doug. This should be a nightly thing. I hope I'm helping you. Shadak, I hope I say that right, but I hope I'm entertaining you while you're doing your dishes. Can we talk about Stevie Nelson? Elaborate more, Brandon, on Stevie Nelson. He just signed with the Steelers. Former Patriots wide receiver Cordell Patterson intends to sign with the Chicago Bears for $5 million per year per source. So it's not definite yet, but Cordell Patterson is leaving the Patriots to go to the Bears. It'll be a 2-year deal for Cordell Patterson in Chicago. The Steelers and free agent corner Stevie Nelson agreed to terms, 3-year deal, $25 million per source. So those are some things that are coming out right now. Thank you for the heads up, Brandon. Appreciate it. Taylor. You guys trying to TV Lang? Is Ron Darby still out there? Yes, he is. He has not re-signed with the Eagles, and he has not signed with anyone. Doug Dolphins should get Kaepernick for 1 year. I agree that like a lot of you guys want Kaepernick in the league and to play. The only thing that's holding him back is like I don't like talking about this because you got two different sides and there's no middle ground. If you're a middle ground, then you get. I don't know. I'm not touching this with a 10-foot pole. How about that? Nope, not doing it. I'm not giving you guys my opinion on Kaepernick. It's a touchy subject. I don't like to talk about politics on this channel because right now politics are very volatile. You got Democrats and you got Republicans, right? If you're a Republican, Democrats hate you. They don't care what your stance are. They hate you. If you're a Democrat, Republicans hate you. So I don't like to bring politics into this channel because this channel is about football. This channel is about love. This channel is about camaraderie. It's about being together. So no politics on this channel. I'm not talking about. Not gonna do it. Henry, what are you asking? Did we sign? Yes, Henry, we did re-sign Devante Parker. It's a 2-year, $13 million contract with incentives. So essentially $13 million, but that's with the incentive. So it's 2 years. It's probably like a 2-year, $10 million contract. It hasn't came out what his actual contract is, but it's with the incentive. So it's probably like a 1-year show me deal for about $5 million. So I don't hate it. You know, we need the big body wide receiver. Let me see if there's anyone else I want to talk about. Dan Amendola going to the Lions, 5 years, $5 million 1 year. Do you guys think? All right, here we go. Because I write everything down when I'm doing all my videos. Do you guys think the Giants will trade Odell Beckham? No. I'm excited to see what Cowboys is going to do. No. So you guys don't think, would you rather go for Tua next year or Trevor Lawrence the year before? I like Tua, but I got to do more research. All fake. Kaepernick should go. No. It's not real. Hell no. What options do we have? Right time of that? No. Contract too big. That, yes, Henry Smith. I think that's the thing that's stopping a trade from happening. Is his contract is stupid big, like stupid big. Ridiculously big, that contract. I know that there was a tweet out that some teams are really trying hard to get Odell. I don't see it happening. So yeah, Odell, he might be traded because of all he had going on. Yeah, but it's his contract. Do I want a scrambling type quarterback? So Hey Key21 asks, do I want a scrambling quarterback? I want a quarterback that I don't care if you can scramble or not. Dan Marino couldn't scramble, but he had ridiculous pocket presence. The defensive end, I'm drawing a blank. Defensive end from the Buffalo Bills. Who's the Hall of Fame leading sacker defensive end from the Buffalo Bills? Let me see who can be the first one to help me with this one. Leading sack. Bruce Smith. Thank you, Brandon. You win. Bruce Smith used to say that he hated playing against Dan Marino because he would go to get the sack. He'd be there to sack him and the ball's gone. So Dan Marino wasn't a mobile quarterback, but he had pocket presence. He knew how to step up. He knew how to move. He knew how to get out of the way, and he knew how to get the ball out. He knew what to do in the pocket. I don't care if you can run. I don't care if you have a 40 speed of 4.22. I don't care. If you can throw and you know how to play in the pocket and know how to move, that's the type of quarterback I want. We are talking to about Tyrod Taylor. This man is not. Bob Greasy was the best offense quarterback. Dougie, what do you think the Dolphins? When do you think the Dolphins will cut Tannehill? Tomorrow. What was I going to say? A lot of people like to compare quarterbacks, right? So a lot of people like to say that Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. I don't like to say that because take Tom Brady and have him play back in the 1970s and the 1980s, and it is a different world, and he might not make the league because he'll get destroyed. He'll get killed, face mask tackles. His wide receivers don't have that 5-yard cushion. He doesn't have time in the pocket. He would be too afraid, and he would fall apart. Goes with any of these quarterbacks now that are playing lights out, that are breaking Dan Marino's records. It's a different league, a different world. So to say a player is the greatest of all time, you cannot say that. Dan Marino, you got to look at the player. Dan Marino is the greatest of all time, in my opinion. You take Dan Marino, you put him now, he would be crapping on people. Absolutely crapping on people. So to say that Bob Greasy is the better Dolphins fan, it's like Dolphins quarterback. It's like, it's two different decades. Brady certainly would have been able to play as long as he did. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be these quarterbacks are playing until they're like 40 something because of the way the league is. You can't fart on them without getting a flag. It's stupid. It seems to me as if the staff wants a pocket passer since some come from New England. What do you think? I don't think they want to. I don't think necessarily it's a pocket passer or a mobile quarterback. I think they just want a good quarterback. I think they're doing their due diligence. We have some good guys in the staff department and the scouting department, and they're doing their thing with our 60. Yeah, same. I agree 1,000%. Let me just real quick say hi to everyone. We're about to hit the hour mark. It doesn't feel like we've been hanging out for an hour, but we've been hanging out for an hour. This is free agency, so I'll talk about whatever you guys want when it comes to free agency. All the players I've signed, traded, all that stuff. I got my Twitter open so we can see any breaking news on people being signed, traded, all that stuff. So far, nothing really as of me doing this. Hope you guys are having fun. Be respectful. Stay classy in the chat. I can now kind of like monitor and see when like hide stuff. So if you guys do want to be like a monitor for me, just let me know and I can make you a moderator. But I can see it now, so I'm cool. Give this video, give this a thumbs up. More thumbs up it gets, the more it goes out there. Thank you, Warrior Joe. Give the channel a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. I got a ton of videos planned for you guys. I got videos coming out tomorrow as soon as stuff happens. If it's quick and I want you guys to get it like that, I do it on my phone. I do it straight to the source. Do you guys like those, or would you prefer to wait a little bit longer and have a full-fledged edited video where I put like all the cool pop-up stuff and all that stuff? I agree, St. Michael. Smash that out. Thank you, Corey. Yeah, if you guys want to see the videos as soon as they come out, hit that notification bell, and as soon as I post a video, you guys see it. Let me see where I'm at in the sub count. My goal is to break 4,000 before the season starts, and I think I'm at. I just broke 3,800. Before I made this video, I was at 3,800. I just broke 3,800. Thank you guys so very much. Yeah, my goal is to break 4,000 subs before the season starts. I would like more than anything to have this be my life, where I just make these videos for you guys, because I love doing this stuff. I love talking to you guys. You guys make this channel better for me. Like, it's just a blast talking to you guys, and hey, you guys are like, hey, check this dude out, or hey, check that out, or maybe do this in your video, or don't do this so much. It's a little annoying. I like listening to you guys, talking to you guys, and you guys make the channel better. So I was actually thinking, like, once I break like 5,000 subs, I'm going to do a giveaway, and then maybe at 10,000 subs, I'll do another giveaway. So like, let's keep on rocking. So just want to thank you guys, tell you guys welcome to the chat, to all the new guys. We're at 70 likes. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Let's talk more free agency moves. So what do you guys think about Nick Foles going to the Jags? Now, I knew this was coming, like, from jump. Like, I think as soon as I heard that his quarterback coach from the Eagles is with the Jags, I was like, he's going to the Jags. But 4 years, $88 million. Like, whoa. Yeah, Dave, I talked about that. Like, Nick Foles, is he worth $88 million? He won the Super Bowl. He was a Super Bowl MVP. But I don't know if he's worth that. Later, Roadrunner. Yeah, exactly, Brandon. He's not great in the regular season. Taylor's the best party person. Richard. Foles' assistant quarterback is going to be awful in Jacksonville. I agree. But St. Michael, he is assistant quarterback, but he has his quarterback coach in Jacksonville. So maybe they bring the system with him to Jacksonville. Will Greer. I wouldn't hate Will Greer with a third-round pick if he's still there. I really want to focus on the lines in this draft, D-line and O-line. Like, I really want to focus on those. All good coaches, all good coached and managed teams rarely spend big in free agency. New England Patriots, Green Bay. Green Bay is paying as Rodgers is upset. That's very true. Did you guys see the Twitter thing with Bill Belichick on his boat swimming while free agency is going on? Like, nothing. They don't do anything. They don't care. Let me go back, get some more guys. Comment. Any news on Bell? No news on Bell. Essentially, the Jets are giving him an ultimatum. They're giving him time. Let us know by this time. It's because he doesn't want to play for the Jets. It's just, that's what it is. He doesn't want to play for the stupid Jets. Thoughts on Cody Ford, the guard from Oklahoma? I got to do a lot of video on prospects on offense and defensive line. I'm going to clump it into one category, though. So it's going to be offensive line, guard, center, right tackle. I'm just going to break down my top 5. But I'm going to break down my top 5 for what the Dolphins need. So not right tackle, but guard, center, and not left tackle, but guard, center, right tackle. And then defensive line is just going to be a 1. Now, I got a question for you guys. The defensive end that I want the Dolphins to take at 13, his name's not Sweet, right? Like, ooh, that candy was sweet. Is it Sweat? Like, ooh, I'm sweating? Because I don't, what is it? Which way is it? Is it sweet or sweat? I'm waiting on this one because I can tell you guys being like, you're an idiot. It's this. Sweet or sweat? Sweat. Okay, so it's Sweat. His last name is Sweat. Well, I love that you guys helped me out. I really appreciate it. So his last name is Sweat? That's crazy. Montez Sweat. So his name is Montez Sweat. Montez Sweat ran a 4.4? I want him at 13. I don't think I'll make it to 13, but I want him at 13. Yeah, 4.4. I think it was like a 4.44 or 4.45, something like that. I want him at 13. That dude's gonna get after some quarterbacks. Ridiculous. Is it Haskins or Hoskins? Cameron, help me. Hoskins or Haskins? Haskins. I thought it was Haskins. But people tell me it's Hoskins. It's Haskins. Or is it Hoskins? We need Le'Veon Bell. What's up, Joshua? So it's Haskins. Because I think in one video, maybe I said Hoskins. I'm from Jersey. I say coffee. I say call. So I get that O in the A. I am. See, Richard? I'm in the area, literally, like right across the water from New York City. K flexing in the chat. We need Le'Veon Bell. K, first off, how you doing? If you need help with your intro, let me know. I can make an intro for you. Second, I think Le'Veon Bell is waiting for the Dolphins to move K flexing. I honestly think that that's what is happening. He wants to play for Miami. Miami's not going to pay him 20 million, 15 to 20 million a year. So he's like, Dolphins do something, and they're like, no, that's a lot of money, and we're good with Drake and Balaj. What's up, Miles? I like the singer Keith Sweat. If you knew people like video games, go visit them. Thanks, Warrior Joe. I appreciate that. Yeah, I have a second channel, The Bit Boys. We play video games. I'm going to start putting more videos out, longer videos. So if you guys like that stuff, be sure to go over and check that out. Oh, and just popped on my feed. That has nothing to do. No one got signed or anything. But what do you guys think of DJ Metcalf? He doesn't have a 1.9% body fat. I think it's more like 5%. But what do you guys think of DJ Metcalf? Did we move on from Gore yet? Yeah, Gore signed with the Bills 1 year. How many solo wins do you have? Pay X since we don't spend during free agency. I think that's what the Dolphins are doing. I'm not saying draft Metcalf. I'm not saying draft Metcalf. I'm saying, what do you guys think of him in general? Like, he's a beast. DK Metcalf. Okay, I'm gonna hit you up. All right, sounds good. Okay, Flexen. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. Message me, or you can message me wherever. I think we've talked on multiple platforms. So yeah, hit me up. Let me know what you want, and I'll see if I can do it. And if I can't do it, I'll try to find someone for you. See, Sign Justin Houston, please. Justin Houston. How old is Justin Houston? He's 30. Justin Houston's 30. So he's like, if we sign Justin Houston, it would be like signing another Cam Wink. No, he's 30, not 33. Oh, never mind. Cam Wink's 37. Justin Houston's 30. So right now, it all depends on money. It all depends on who's getting signed, who and how much. Dolphins will sign players, but it depends on how much they want. So somebody say that Drake can't be the number one running back since his body isn't going to hold up. Do you think that's true? I don't think it's true necessarily, but we don't know. We've never had him be the feature back, and we've never had him run that much. Like I said, Adam Gase doesn't like to run the ball. So I don't know, but I think him with Balaj, it's a great combination. They both got the speed and the elusiveness. Greedy Williams is available at 13. Would you take him and pair him up with Howard? That would make our secondary scary. No. I don't think I'd take Greedy Wilson at 13. Will he make it to 13? I don't know. I think so. I'm hearing that this draft isn't great at corner. I'm hearing that corner is probably one of the weakest spots with this draft. Drake's not patient. He isn't. That's the one thing I did like about Le'Veon Bell. When you watch Le'Veon Bell, there was at some points where he would stop moving, and then the offensive line would open, and he would just run through it. Le'Veon Bell has that, like, he'd get the ball and he'd run, and he'd be like, and then he'd run through the hole. I like Le'Veon Bell, but I'm not paying him all that freaking money. Bell has one of the best O-lines, though. See, Adam, I'm hearing that, but then I'm also hearing that it wasn't too great, because I even said that because the Steelers traded one of their offensive linemen to, I got it all written down. Don't even at me. To the Cards. Let me see if I can find it. They traded one of their offensive linemen to the Cards. I don't know who, but and I was like, well, that's a good move because they have a good offensive line. And someone told me, like, thank you, Gilbert to the Cards. And he told me no. The Steelers technically don't have that great of an offensive line. Yeah, I got all my notes here from my video before C.J. Mosley got signed, and that's the one thing I was saying, that Browns, Redskins, and Ravens were talked about as being some of the front runners, especially the Redskins, because they were trying to trade Zach Brown and Mason Foster. Then all of a sudden the Jets were like, and took him. We need the GOAT, Jay Cutler. Rocky Sin is the best corner. Yeah, I'm gonna do my corner. I gotta do a video on the offensive line, breaking down the prospects, defensive line, linebackers, corners. Then we do corners and safeties, and then I have to do wide receivers, running backs. I got a bunch of videos until, yeah, tell me about it, John. You got a lot of videos coming before the draft. Then I got my mock draft. You know, the schedules are going to come out before the draft, so I'm going to break down the schedule. It's like, if you're not subscribed already, I don't know what you're waiting for, because I put out videos constantly because this is my life. Teddy Two Gloves already signed with the Saints. So he officially signed, Carlos, or are you pooping on my eyes? Well, he didn't technically sign yet. Steven Nelson agrees to deal with Steelers. Steven Nelson's going to the Steelers. Mm-hmm. Yep, Steven Nelson is signing with the Steelers. Yeah, it's pretty much guaranteed. Tannehill to AAF. He would kill it in the AAF. Because the AAF, I think I'm going to make a video about the AAF if you guys want me to, and just talk about my prospects on the AAF. But a lot of the players that are on the AAF are from practice squad, cut, free agents off the street. And I'm about to get to your point, Burgess. If you bring those guys back to the NFL, if they're not good enough to make the NFL, they're probably going to get killed. But the thing that I do like a bunch of things about the AAF, I'm not going to talk about it now because I'll make a video on it. But like I remember with the first game of the AAF I watched, and all of a sudden it blew up. And then like the AAF had a game I think yesterday, and there's no one there because of the free agency stuff. They have to keep it. That first game they took off, they got a lot of great ratings, made a lot of money, but they have to keep it. Can't fall off because then all of a sudden you can't pay your people, and all of a sudden you screw it up. So I'm just going to run down the list of some of the free agency moves that have happened that I've written down. So Landon Collins signs a ridiculous contract, 6 years, $84 million, $45 million guaranteed, $15 million a year. So Landon Collins with the Redskins. It's a lot of money for a safety, a lot of years. It makes Rashad Jones' contract look like chump change. And a lot of these safeties, I'm not hating. I want it to prosper, Mike. I'm just saying they got to keep it. I'm going to make a video on it. I'm not hating. It makes Rashad Jones' contract look like chump change, and then it also makes the possibility of trading TJ McDonald even better, because all these people are signing these safeties to ridiculous contracts, and TJ McDonald's contract is real low. Then you got Trey Flowers' contract, which was just ridiculous. It's about $17 to $18 million a year. I wanted Trey Flowers, but my brain's shutting off. I wanted Trey Flowers, but not for that much money. He's a good defensive end. He's not a top and shouldn't be paid as much as he has by the Detroit Lions. It's just that Matt Patricia wanted him, and they got him. Danny Amendola went over there. Kelechi Osemele went to the Jets. Jesse James, the tight end I want, he went to the Lions, which sucked. Frank Gore went to the Bills. Anthony Barr staying with the Vikings. C.J. Mosley to the Jets. Terrell Suggs to the Cardinals. Now I got a question for you guys. I know this is mostly Dolphin fans that are here hanging out, but the Ravens. What is going on with the Ravens? Is it because they don't have their GM anymore? That GM is going to be a Hall of Famer GM. It's historically great draft picks. What is going on with the Ravens? Eric Weddle's gone. I thought they were going for Tyrann Mathieu. He goes to the Chiefs. C.J. Mosley's gone. Terrell Suggs is gone. It's like, what are the Ravens doing? Yeah, Ozzie Newsome. What are the Ravens doing? Like, whenever I see the Ravens on the schedule, I'm like, we're going to lose. They're going to punch us in the mouth. We're going to lose. Now I'm like, who's going to be worse? Us or the Ravens? I don't know. Ozzie Newsome always, if the Ravens picked in front of the Dolphins, I was always like, I don't even want to. Flacco's gone. Thank you, Carlos. But Lamar Jackson was the starter. I'm like, I don't even want to get my hopes up for a pick because Ozzie Newsome's going to friggin' take him. Because I wanted C.J. Mosley. Ravens picked right in front of the Dolphins. Boom. Took C.J. Mosley. So what's going on with the Ravens? Because I'm looking at my notes. So, let's talk about this. Because, yeah, my friend who's a Ravens fan, I don't know if he's watching this, but my friend who's a Ravens fan is terrified of Lamar Jackson next year getting hurt like week 2. But let's talk about this real quick. Deshaun Jackson gets traded to the Philadelphia Eagles, so he goes back to the Eagles. The Bucs get a 6th, the Eagles get a 7th, and Deshaun Jackson. So they just like 6th and 7, and here's Deshaun Jackson. Now, the reason why I bring this up is there was talks that the Dolphins and the Eagles wanted Kenny Stills from the Dolphins. Now, that doesn't mean that the Dolphins are shopping Kenny Stills. That means that the Eagles reached out to the Dolphins. Because apparently the Eagles and the Dolphins are best friends. and like to trade all the time. But the Dolphins didn't like the offer that Eagles gave to them for Kenny Stills, and I'm wondering how much it was. Because if for Deshaun Jackson, who is about 6 years older than Kenny Stills, they gave a sixth, what did they offer for for Deshaun Jackson? They gave a sixth. What did they offer for Kenny Stills? You know, Kenny Stills, if he did get traded, I wouldn't want anything less as than a fourth. Fourth is the least I'd give up for Kenny Stills. I heard that they were offering a fifth rounder for Kenny Stills, and that makes sense, John Walsh, that they were like, no. Kenny Stills is still young. I think he's 27. He's still young. He's still great. Tebow is going to be the starting quarterback in 2019. Tebow is on my baseball team. So that'll tell you which baseball team I like, and it just sucks. If you can figure out who my baseball team is by me saying that Tim Tebow's on my baseball team, you will probably feel really bad for me that I'm that team's. I like that team on the Dolphins. Yeah. Yep. I keep popping them up. Yep. Hurts. Mike, I'll do an AF video. Kevin said sorry. Gavin, really? So in my area, right? I'm in the New York, New Jersey area, right? You have Dolphin fans that like the Mets, and you have Jet fans that like the Yankees. So it's like we always hate each other around here. It's so crazy. But yeah, I'm a Mets fan, and it sucks. Piazza, one of my favorite Met players of all time. Again, I was born in '87, so I didn't really get to, Darryl Strawberry and stuff. But Mike Piazza is one of my favorite Met of all time. Well, go Yankees, get out of here. I'm just kidding. NCAA basketball tournament. I used to be into basketball. I'm 6'5". I don't know how I could show you how tall I am, but I'm 6'5", and I used to play basketball. I didn't want to play basketball. I wanted to continue playing football, but they said I didn't have to try out. So I was like, all right. I played basketball for about 3 years, but then that was it. I was more into football. Your boy likes the White Sox. It's all about system for pets players. No worse than Marlins. That's true. How do you think I feel, man? I live an hour away from Buffalo. Oh, my God, Gavin. True, but when healthy, fire. All right. Let's see if there's anyone else I wrote down that we could talk about. Defensive tackle Sheldon from the Vikings goes to the Browns. 3 years, $39 million, $21.5 million guaranteed. Phillies, get out of here. So Sheldon is now with the Browns, paired up with Olivier Vernon. What do you guys think of the Browns and their prospects of this upcoming year? Because they seem to be building very smart, especially on that defensive line. You got Olivier Vernon, you have Sheldon now, you have that rookie. My brain is completely shutting off. I don't feel like looking it up. Looks like you're boring. I'm going to notes. No, it will be because the name of the video is free agency, so I don't want to talk about other things besides free agency. So what do you guys think of the Browns? Do you think, what's up, Connor? Myles Garrett, do you think the Browns are going to be better? Yeah, Adam could win 7 to 9 games. They might overtake the Bengals. Are tanking. Have you heard anything from the Bengals in the past couple of days? At least the Dolphins signed something. What's up, Sean? Bengals are tanking. They're going to try to go for Tua. That's what I'm hearing. Ravens are completely changing their thing, changing up, and you have the Steelers. Watch out for the Browns. I'm saying this now before anything happens. Watch out for the Browns. They have Myles Garrett. They got Sheldon now. They got Olivier Vernon. Watch out for the Browns. Yeah, Cordell Patterson did go to Chicago. Trevor Lawrence makes sense for the Bengals. Now, Trevor Lawrence, so do you think the Bengals are going to wait 2 years to get Trevor Lawrence? Yeah, the Browns are not an easy W anymore. They're not. Especially with I don't know why I can't talk today. Manziel makes sense for the Finns. No. The Browns fans at least have hope. The more we have right now. Say, Michael, I do have hope for this team, and not because I think we're going to win the Super Bowl or we're going to playoffs next year, but because we're doing it right finally. We're building finally. We're not just throwing money at people and hoping it sticks. But they have Baker Mayfield at quarterback. They have a good team. I heard Duke Johnson's also available for trades. So here in New Jersey, I'm thinking Giants may go all the way this year to win and may not grab quarterback. Does Haskins fall a bit? If so, do we jump at? Love the videos, my friend. Keep up the great work. Well, Jay, thank you. I appreciate it. You're in New Jersey too. I'm in New Jersey. How you doing? I think if you want Haskins, you have to jump over the Giants. There is a giant YouTuber that I like to watch. I'm going to shout him out. Let me see if I can remember his name. Ron Effect. Do you guys know about Ron Effect? He's a Giants YouTuber. I like to watch him, especially when Giants stuff happens, because he's very passionate and he's very entertaining. I love watching Ron Effect. And he's talking about Haskins. So I think that the Giants might be going for Haskins. Finn's wide receivers are super underrated. When Wilson and Grant were healthy, we were the best team in the NFL. No bias. Carlos, 100%. 100%. Once Albert Wilson got hurt, I was like, and it wasn't even like he got hurt because of a block to the shot to the knee or anything. He wanted to keep going. He knew if he can get his footing back, he had a touchdown, and he planted that hip, and it just popped up, and that was it. And it sucked because him with Jakeem Grant, Kenny Stills, it was just lights out. Danny Amendola, it was great, but we needed that tight end. We now have that tight end at Dwayne Allen. Odell to the Browns. Imagine that, Gregory. Jimmy Collins, I don't win yet. Not that I know of. I don't like Hoskins. OSU's talent covered up a lot of his weaknesses. St. Michael, their receivers for OSU were real good. Hoskins does have his flaws, especially when he gets flustered, and especially when he has a hard time reading the defense, and his deep accuracy is but yeah. McLaren, you were born in 87 too? Me and you are some old farts, huh? A lot of teams in the O-lines. Odell traded to the Browns. He's not traded to the Browns. It would have popped up. Oh, it did happen. Holy crap. You guys are right. The Browns have traded for Giants wide receiver Odell Beckham. Holy crap. It has happened. You guys are seeing it first. I'm not making a video on it, so this is the video. I'm commenting. Odell Beckham has it's not official, but Odell Beckham has been traded to the Browns. Him and Jarvis Landry are now together. Holy crap. That's ridiculous. I wonder what they gave up. They had to have given up at least a second. And we literally were just talking about Jarvis Landry and the Browns and how good the Browns are going to be. Now they have both of them. The Browns aren't playing around. If you guys are new to the chat, first off, give us a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Odell Beckham has just been traded to the Browns. I don't know if it's official, but I'm hearing it from Adam Schefter. Holy crap. Holy moly. Offer, I said earlier, was first this year, second next year. Wow. Landry and Odell's salary make up 30% of their cap, right? Oh, wow. The Browns are no joke now, and I think the Dolphins play the AFC North next year. Wow, people trade a first in the stadium for Odell. Damn, Browns ain't effing around. They're not at all. If Browns don't win this year, I'm done. Right? They make all these moves. So now they traded for Olivier Vernon. They literally trading with just the Giants. They get Olivier Vernon and Odell from the Giants. I don't know as of right now, Zach the homie. All I do know is that Giants agreed to trade Odell Beckham to the Browns. Holy crap, this is huge. I'm tweeting this out even again. Can't believe it. I didn't think he would. A lot of people, a lot of us in the chat were saying that Odell wasn't going to be traded. There's a lot of hoopla. I got a video. I was going to say, should I make a video while I'm live streaming? That'd be hilarious. He is retiring. Only got a fourth for Landry. Yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering how much they gave up for him. I'm wondering how much the Browns have to give up for Odell. This is crazy. Here are the terms. Giants receive a first-round pick in 2019, 17th overall from the Browns. The Browns' second-round pick this year and safety Jabril Peppers. So that's what they've given up. A first this year, a first and a second this year, and Jabril Peppers is what I'm hearing. Just tweeting it out. Wow. They gave up a lot, the Browns. So again, Odell Beckham is traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. The Giants have received a first-round pick this year, a second-round pick this year, and safety Jabril Peppers for Odell Beckham. Currently watching for more details. Yeah, let me know. But this is what I'm finding out. Again, a first and a second this year, and Jabril Peppers is what the Giants are getting for Odell. So they're getting two great picks and a safety for Odell Beckham. The Browns gave up a lot for Odell. You can tell that Jarvis Landry was talking in Odell's ear. Holy crap. So yeah, Odell Beckham officially traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. It'll be official tomorrow at 4 o'clock. First round pick, a second round pick, and Jabril Peppers safety going to the Giants. Crazy. It's a first, second, third round pick, and Jabril Peppers. Well, Adam Schefter says it's a first round pick, a second round pick this year. Let's see if it's changed. So to repeat, Browns get Odell Beckham and Giants get a first and a third. Thank you. A first and a third, not a second, and Jabril Peppers. I don't know why he said a second. He must have tried to get that tweet out real quick. So it's a first and a third and Jabril Peppers to the Giants, and the Giants are sending Odell. Good thing I'm live streaming right now, huh? What's up, Art? That's crazy. I can't believe that the Giants actually pulled off a trade. So now what are the Giants doing? Are the Giants, phoning it in this year? Are the Giants comfortable with their wide receiving core? They don't really have one now. Bankroll Peppers is a Jersey native. Oh, all right. First, second, and third plus Peppers. I'm just hearing it's a first and a third. Get a first round pick, a third round pick, and Jabril Peppers. Yeah, I'm just hearing it's a first and a third and Jabril Peppers, no second. Yeah, like is Shepard, can he hold it down? And then they have that great tight end, like Ingram. What are the Giants going to do? Like, they do have Saquon Barkley. They can run it a lot, but at some point you do got to throw the ball. We got Brown. Let's see you beat that. Browns, hold my beer. Will the Giants trade Odell Beckham Jr.? Hockey, I don't know if you just got on, but they have. The Giants have traded Odell to the Browns for first, a third, and Jabril Peppers. I think Cleveland won that deal. First, a third, and Peppers is no brainer in my opinion. No, not at all. Not at all. What number did Browns have this year in the draft? I think it was 17. 17. Browns had 17th overall. So the Giants now have, 8 and 17? And then they get a third and Jabril Peppers. Jets need to do something. Giants just stole this one. Okay, so another breaking news, guys. Former Dolphins defensive end Cameron Wake intends to sign a 3-year deal, $23 million, $10 million guaranteed with the Tennessee Titans. So Cameron Wake is going to the Tennessee Titans, unfortunately. We knew that he was gone. Let me write this down. But Cameron Wake is going to sign with the Tennessee Titans for 3 years, $23 million, $10 million guaranteed. It's a lot of money. It's about $7 million a year. It's a lot of money. Damn it, Wake, you old bastard. Yeah, Warrior Joe, sorry. We'll go get your money, my man. Right? What's your source? My source is Adam Schefter. Adam Schefter literally just tweeted out a minute ago. Former Dolphins defensive end Cameron Wake intends to sign a 3-year, $23 million deal that includes $10 million guaranteed with the Tennessee Titans per source. Titans upgrade both lines and Wake playing younger than he has in 37 years. Do you think the Browns will have a problem in that locker room this year? No. I think it's going to be a one large party, and that might screw up their plan. Sad to see Wake go. Wanted Wake, yeah. Chose to pay Walker, but not Wake. Yeah, well, because Cameron Wake is 37, and the Titans gave him about $8 million a year. So it's kind of, one was younger, and I don't think the Dolphins were going to keep Wake anyway, because like I said in the video before, they stopped having contact with Wake and his agents. Browns rumored to be interested in Le'Veon Bell. That'd be hilarious if Le'Veon Bell goes there. There was talks about that. John, they do have a lot of personalities to control, and that locker room. Look at the last time the Giants did anything significant. Then they took that picture on that boat, and everything went belly up. Wake was 37. They got nothing for him. Should have traded him last year. Yeah. Can Wake even in the last 3 years? No. But it sucks because Cameron Wake had 98 sacks. And, well, yeah, Chief Bubba, I know he beat the Patriots twice. Did you hear what I said? Haven't done anything since that picture on the boat. Yeah, and he's 98 sacks. He's 2 sacks away from 100, and he's going to get it with the Titans. It sucks. Doesn't matter who we lose. We still need to get a decent O-line, D-line, or we got nothing. Agree, 1,000%. 3-year deal. He will be 40. Yeah, I wish Wake got 100 sacks here. Yeah, so do I. Again, Cameron Wake is signing with the Tennessee Titans. 3 years, $23 million, $10 million guaranteed. Sucks. Browns are my second favorite team. Inherited from my grandpa. Thought they did give up a lot. This possibly shows the trust that they have right now and are willing to give up for more. You got Jarvis Landry and you got Odell are back together now. You got a good defensive line. You got Baker Mayfield. They have promise, but they need to not turn this into a frat house. Get a comp pick for Wake. I don't. If they do, it'd probably be like a fifth. I don't think it's anything high because the contract wasn't crazy. Is Wake too old to be good? I don't think he's too old to be good, but he's past his prime. He definitely is. Do we play the Browns next year? I think we do. I think we play the AFC North next year. The Browns are sending first to third. So they get the Giants get the 17th pick, the 95th overall pick, and Jabril Peppers will take place for Landon Collins on the Giants. It's always be a Fins fans for life, but I think, yeah, it's going to be a rough season. Do we not get commissary pick from Wake since we didn't draft him? Signed from No, I don't think it matters if we sign him or not. I think if he's a player of ours and then he goes somewhere else, I think that's what it entails. But I think it entails how much money he is signed for. So like the Juwan James signing is going to give us probably a third comp pick. I don't think Wake is going to give us that high of a comp pick. Brandon, no. Stop trying to will this into existence. Why is everyone talking about the Browns? Who do they get? Madden 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll say it. Giants have traded Odell Beckham to the Cleveland Browns for a first, a third, and Jabril Peppers. So Jabril Peppers is going to take the place of Landon Collins on the Giants. They get a first and a third, and they send Odell Beckham to the Cleveland Browns. So now the Cleveland Browns have Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry. They put the boys back together. Frank Gore is gone, Big Cliff. So the Browns have Odell, Jarvis, Hunt, Chubb, and Njoku. Yep. Brandon, just stop. It will happen, though. It probably will happen, but it hasn't happened yet. OBJ's pissed. Yeah, just imagine you're going from New York to Cleveland. Like, yeah, he gets to play with Landry, but Cleveland. We have to play the Browns next year. I want to see what the Browns are going to do. So do I. Dolphins play the AFC North, so they're playing the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers, and the Ravens. I also am happy for Wake. He got his money. It sucks that he's not going to get his 100th sack with us. With the Dolphins, Cameron Wake, 10 seasons, 604 total pressures, 85.7 average PF overall grade. Sucks to see Cameron Wake go. The third pick, by the way, is the one the Browns acquired when they dealt Danny Shelton to the Patriots. Again, the 95th overall pick. And it gives the Giants a 3. They forfeited their drafting. Okay, so the third round pick that the Cleveland Browns sent to the Giants is what the Cleveland got from trading Danny Shelton to the Patriots. Also, now the Giants have a third round pick that they forfeited when they drafted Sam Beal in the supplementary draft last summer. So I guess it all works out. Yeah, I'm probably going to get off in a little bit and make a video. I might hit that 2-hour mark, and then I'll make a video about all the craziness that's happening. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Thanks for all your hard work, Wake. Appreciate your time, Mary. Yes. Here's the thing. Landry and OBJ were due in college where they weren't getting paid. Now they have both of the NFL. It's got to create competition, maybe drama. First-year head coach Kitchens is. You have to pay 2 receivers lots of money. They have a lot of money in receivers right now. Would love to see a video of Landry and Beckham reuniting the Browns facility, right? Carlos, we'll get a comp pick for Gore. I don't know. I don't think we'll get a comp pick for Gore. We need to stay in live. Are you still considering merch for your channel? Yes, I am. That's a process. If you guys noticed the new think it's like over somewhere. The new logo. I'm working on things, making things look cool. Thank you, Corey. I really appreciate that. Browns have to make a run while Baker's still cheap at quarterback. Yeah. Now that they have Odell and Landry, what happens when they have to pay Baker Mayfield? You know, that's going to be a problem. Diehard Chicago fan, the Browns right now have the biggest egos in the NFL. Yeah, we'll be walking around like the shit don't stink. Then we do comment of the day. Yeah, I always do comment of the day. But you guys got to comment on my other 2 videos. I'm going to pick your comment of the day. Who's going to be left later in free agency that we need? There'll be a lot of good players still left. Trust me. There's a lot of good players still out there. Doug, look up the actual cap hit. Put it in your video. Cap hit for what? Odell? Yeah, I'll definitely do it. Let me write that down. Browns cracks the playoffs. Ingram is going to Philly. Kim Awake. The Browns have Beckham's best friend, college coach. Huh. So they got his college coach too. Cleveland can't draft Metcalf. That's true. No first round pick for Cleveland. Nope. That's for the Giants to pick. Metcalf is for them. Makes sense. Makes sense. Browns don't have Greg Williams. That defense will not be the same. I agree 100%. I'm going to miss Wake, so am I. I don't know what to do with myself now that I heard Cameron Wake's gone, right? It sucks. Can you do an intro with a Wake highlight to send them off? Well, I'm going to do a straight from my phone video because it's going to take me a hot minute to make a video and then edit it, and I want to get this out ASAP. But I never got my comment mentioned on comment of the day. Gee, Bubba, I specifically remember picking one of your comments for comment of the day. 170 people viewing, 85 likes. Appreciate. Make sure you hit that like button. Waiting for Tannehill to get cut is like waiting for your dad to come home and whip your little brother. They're probably waiting to cut him to see if they can get any compensation in the trade. Metcalf to New York, does that make Hoskins drop to us? No. Metcalf will probably get traded with the 17th pick that they acquired from the Browns. Harris, Quinn on ends. Quinn is gone, Michael. Quinn isn't staying. Outside of Tunsil and Fitzpatrick, who else would start on any other team? From the Dolphins, who would start on any other team? Did you say Tunsil? Yeah. So you got Tunsil, Fitzpatrick, Xavier Howard would start on another team. Kiko Alonso would start on another team. Shad Jones would start on another team. Kenyon Drake would start on another team. Kenny Stills would start on another team. I think that's it. I have to think about that more. Yeah, no, Corey, I don't expect to get like a third or a fourth for Tannehill, but I want something. I guess Wake doesn't want to play in a 3-4. Also, I think it had more to do with the Dolphins just not wanting to pay that much. More trade news. The Chiefs are deep in talks with the 49ers on trade for star pass rusher D Ford. So the Chiefs and the 49ers are in trade talks for D Ford. Some more breaking news for you guys that are hanging out on this chat. Wake is done going to the Titans. McQuan would start on other teams. I don't know. I don't know if he'd start. He's very raw still, and he's very young, and he's slow. It's sad that only a handful of our guys are good enough to start anywhere else in your career. Some of those players weren't drafted by Greer, though, if you think about it. So you think that we'll get rid of all these players Adam Gase brought in here? I don't think all of them. Like Tunsil's not going anywhere. Fitzpatrick's not going anywhere. I don't think Drake Ballage is going anywhere. There's still a lot. Is Tyrod Taylor worth it? Depends on how much they sign him for. If they do sign him, we need to stay away from one-trick ponies. Exactly. We haven't. why haven't we made any moves on big players? Because that, Evan, that's all. The Dolphins aren't doing that anymore. The Dolphins are, they're playing it smart. They're not going there. Tannenbaum and our douchebag owner Ross. See, with Ross, I don't think he's a douchebag, and I don't think he wants this team to win all the time, constantly. And I think he was going about it the wrong way. That's how I feel about Ross. I like Ross. We need to focus on linebackers. No, we need to focus on defense and offensive line. Once those two lines are stout and stacked, then everything else tends to, mesh. Yeah, so like I said before, that the 49ers and the Chiefs are in talk for D Ford to be traded to the 49ers. What is the quarterback situation in your prospect? Young. They're going to go young. They'll bring in a vet, let the vet play and work it out with the rest of the guys. If we get Taylor, are we tanking? I don't want to tank. We're not tanking, Corey. I'm telling you. Actually, I got game New Jersey. I wouldn't put your money on the Browns. They are the Browns. It's going to be a lot of big heads in that team, so they might fall apart. They're not tanking. They're rebuilding. They're doing it the right way instead of keep throwing money at players that are one-hit wonders. Then all of a sudden they flop when they come here. They're doing it right. I like the way the Dolphins are doing it. You think we're going to take quarterback first draft? I don't think we're going to take a quarterback first, but I think we'll take a quarterback maybe third, fourth round. I like Flores is definitely going to emulate the Patriots because if you look at everyone who's brought in, what we know, I'm worried we're suffering to do. I don't think so. Taylor guarantees that we'll go 1-15. We need a linebacker. We do need a linebacker, but I don't think that's the top need. Build an identity. Exactly, Michael. O-line more important right now. Gotcha and Harris, pretty good in my opinion. Don't forget about Taylor. Taylor's playing really good too. Who do you think is going to be our first pick? I want Sweat, the defensive end, but I don't know. I have to do more research on that. Will Greer be in the second round? Peerless Curse, I don't know. Maybe. Tanking, rebuilding, only difference is how you word it. No, I don't think so. Because tanking, you're purposely losing. You can't. I can't see a team tanking. Whereas rebuilding, you could still win and do really well. Look at the Colts. The Colts are rebuilding. They made it to the playoffs last year, and they're rebuilding. I think the one factor is they have the quarterback to rebuild around. But the Colts are rebuilding, and they still played really well. Sign Hayes and draft Lawrence and Oliver. What about Charles Harris? Charles Harris probably got one more year on this team, see how he does with the new scheme. If not, he's gone. He'll probably just let his rookie contract play out and then let him go. Do you think we'll take anybody good in the next few days? I don't think we're going to take anyone that's going to blow you away, but I think we're going to take solid players. So there is that. Chiefs trade talk D Ford now focused on the Niners, with the Packers have brought a bunch of pass rushers, more coming in notes column. So apparently the Packers are also trying to get in there. To reach Jackson on the 4th would be great. Yes, I wouldn't hate that at all. Adam Gase could tank with it looking like he was really trying. Yeah, right? Some players, solid players like who? I'd have to look at it. Maybe I'll make a video after tomorrow on some players that are still available the Dolphins can go after. Beckham Landry, what would you call what the owner of the Cleveland Indians was trying to do in the movie Major League? Tank. She wanted to get the friggin' Indians out. Send them to Miami. I think that's where she wanted to send them. Is William Hayes a free agent? Yes, he is. Will he be re-signed? Most likely not. Who are our top 3 rookies, excluding Mika Fitzpatrick? Baker, Sanders, the kicker. Are you starting Parker over Grant? Well, they played. No. It depends. It depends on the scheme. You can't really ask a question like that, Carlos. It all depends on the scheme and the formation and what the play is designed for. You know what I'm saying? Wick is gone. Yes, Anthony Wick is gone. Hayes' knee is flat out. Yeah. Balaj is a tank. Sanders is the GOAT. Balaj. I forgot about Balaj, but Balaj didn't play too much for me to put him as a top rookie. Like, Sanders performed all season. Baker performed all season. And I said the third one. My brain is just shutting off. Does Landry give us a switch to Odell? No. Colts have luck. We have Bruce. Odell Beckham traded from Giants through league shifting block. Yeah. I'm going to hang out with you guys for 5 more minutes. Got a nice 2 hours in. We got 100 likes on this video, guys. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. Right after this live stream ends, I'm going to make a video talking about Cam Wake and Odell Beckham trade. So be sure to check that ish out. And then tomorrow, I got more videos for you guys. And I'm going to go live again tomorrow, 6:30, same time. I'll go live. So if you guys didn't get to hang out fully here, I'll be live tomorrow. I'm still going to hang out for 5 more minutes, like I said. But let's talk about the breaking news. Odell Beckham traded from the New York Giants to the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns give the Giants a first, a third, and Jabril Peppers, who's going to be taking over for Landon Collins over there. Cameron Wake signs with the Tennessee Titans. It's 3 years, I think $24 million, I said. Let me go back to it. $23 million, $10 million guaranteed. So Cameron Wake is going back. It's going to the Tennessee Titans. Not going to get his 100th sack with the Dolphins. Really sucks. And that is the breaking news that's happening right now. Supposedly D Ford and the 49ers and the Chiefs are in talks of trading him to the 49ers. That's also in talks right now. I think if first and a third is too much for OBJ. No, I don't think it's too much. He's good, but this is what bothered me about the draft pick and about the trade I'm going to talk about in the video that I'm going to do in literally 4 minutes. They gave up so much, and his contract is huge. I got to talk about that. Let me write that down. Fucking contract. Because his contract's huge. Huge. We need a legit real quarterback that can read defenses. Yes, Mr. Ouija. I don't care if he's mobile, if he's a pocket passer, if anything. I want a quarterback with an arm, with accuracy, and with pocket presence. All of that other stuff is all whatever. Martell traded for a 6-pack. Man, I don't care. NFL Memes put out a meme that said, "Rest in peace," making fun of the Cleveland Browns, 2002 to 2019. Let's pull Romo out of the booth. I love Romo in the booth. Watching football with him, and he calls that shit, I freaking love it. I like the Florida shirt, but for some reason, I thought this FL and U contagious. Yeah, my girlfriend and her mother did a trip down to Fort Myers, and they brought me the shirt back. I go to Miami every year around November to watch a Dolphins home game. I will be going this year. So if you guys are in Miami, I will be heading down there. I'm also trying to go to the Dolphins-Giants game here in the Meadowlands. I will always call it the Meadowlands. I don't care what it's changed to. So I'll be going to 2 games this year, 2 Dolphin games this year. So maybe I'll see you guys there. We can do a meetup, nice little cool meetup. What do you think of the Miami Dolphins record will be? Do you think we have a chance to make the playoffs? Evan, as of right now, no, I don't think so. But we'll see what happens. But just want to say before I sign off, thank you guys very much to the guys that donated. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. We broke 100 likes. We're at 113 likes. You guys are amazing. Let's see where we're at with subs. Freaking love you guys. 30809. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel. I'm literally, as soon as I sign off on this, meet up at Dolphin Stadium. You sit home side. I sit wherever, Corey. When I go to the game, I'll let you guys know which game, and then we will definitely do a meetup at the stadium. But I'm about to do a video on the Cam Wake Odell trade. I'll talk more about it in that video. But from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for hanging out. 153 of you, 122 likes. You guys are the best. I'm going to keep this video up so you guys can watch it and see anything that I talked about that you might have missed. But I will see you guys literally in about 2 minutes. I'm going to post a video. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. 2 hours hanging out with me. could be annoying, but hey, you guys, you guys are my dudes. What's up, yo boy Greg? You back? But I will see you guys in literally 2 minutes with a video. Then tomorrow I'm going to put another video out with more free agency stuff that's happening after 4 o'clock. No, before 4 o'clock. And then we're going live again, 6:30 tomorrow. Come hang out. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to talk about all the stuff that's happening. Hey, Dougie, what do you think about the fact that the Broncos paid Ron James and Green Bay paid for our former guard? Big started money. Too much money, overpaid, but thank you. But thank you guys so much. I love every single one of you. I don't care if you think that's a little too much. I love every single one of you. You guys are what I do. I will see you guys in 2 minutes with my reaction video to these big trades and signing. But like usual, guys, stay classy and fins up. Thank you, guys. See you in literally 2 minutes.